class that graduated. You're pretty much finished. What?
So then we won't show up to any of the other.
Plus or minus 17 grades. A few more shifts, help us out more. I'm sure you guys are all feeling good about your accomplishments thus far. And we celebrated throughout the day, but now it's time for the senior roast. And so I hope your feelings get hurt. In the words of Shannon O'Toole, let's boogie. Speaking of Shannon, as a chief, Shannon was compassionate, she's accommodating, and she has a great smile. I don't know what's bigger, Shannon's heart or her teeth.
Wow, what a start.
Now,
Where's Brian?
there's only so many remaining single people in the senior class. This is the closest Shannon's ever gotten to a date. Where's Dan at?
Shannon drinks at least 3 bottles of Smart Water every shift in hopes that it'll help her keep up with the rest of the third years. With all that water she drinks, she should probably be getting Q4 BMPs on shift.
It's true.
It turns out Shannon's top 3 contacts are her mom, her dad, and Saldarini. Shannon, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication as chief this year. It's really much appreciated. Claire, we have your participation trophy in the bag.
It's been said that Claire is her coma. She never misses out on a good conversation or juicy gossip. The only thing remotely boring that she doesn't mind missing out on is her kid's childhood.
Everyone knows Claire wears the pants in her relationship. The only person she lets boss her around is Laura Colston.
But really, when I initially was doing the roast, I asked Claire what jokes I could write about her, and she basically told me there's nothing interesting about me. And that's when I remembered that Claire is one of the biggest gossips at wars. She's always going up to people and saying, "Oh my God, did you hear? Molly just intubated the esophagus."
I like it.
Relax. Throw that alarm.
Everyone's always looking around for the bird screeching in the department. Turns out it's just ABJ reading labs.
Light on me.
ABJ, your legs look like they're gonna snap. Fortunately for her, she never fails to mention that her boyfriend is an orthopedic surgeon.
Hi, babe. Love
Is Dr. Weiner in the room anywhere? No. Oh. Or less spread? Is there still room in the budget for a powder room to be installed in the E-Team? So ABJ can finish combing your hair in the morning?
Take it out. It's got to take it out.
The 100% has to
ABJ, we know
The only person who takes longer to get ready than ABJ is Lolly.
ABJ, we all know the only reason you're working 10 shifts a month next year is so you can spend the rest of the time looking at yourself in the mirror.
Lolly.
Yes.
Man, that guy's such a pain in the ass to work with. Thankfully, we're shipping him to the furthest state in America for 30 years.
After extensive research, we finally figured out how to turn Lolly's frown upside down.
Even as a third year, Lolly is still shitting his pants when a sick patient comes in. That's probably why he spends half his monthly salary on a personal laundry service.
I'm very relaxed for it.
At the pre-interview dinner, some people come for company, some people come to recruit, and some people come for the free food and drink. Lolly just comes to take home a bottle of wine for himself.
I enjoy it.
Mark. Mark was really difficult to roast because he's such a normal guy.
What?
He's a patriot.
I sent that one in, Mark. Thank you. And that one.
College was great for you. The sound. It's pretty good. Was that Yeah. You want to perform for us?
Yeah, Mark.
I need a lot more alcohol instead of that.
All right, moving on. Congratulations to Mark and Joyce for having a baby on the way. What some of you may not know is that Mark's ultimate fantasy was to be a mom.
Have you ever noticed that odd stench in the department? You probably don't notice it here because thankfully Mark left his Crocs at home today.
But honestly, working with Mark on trauma right now, we learned that he likes to take things the easy way out. We see all his patients, we write all his notes, and we do all his procedures. It's no wonder he's doing an EMS fellowship.
No need to show congratulations.
Mark and Devansh looked like they had a $100 budget to go buy scrubs together. Mark spent $90 and Devansh got stuck with the leftovers.
I agree.
Look out.
The colors in all one.
Devansh, he always talks a big game, but when it comes down to it, he just can't hang.
Sure, we all know Devash always has her shit together.
Hey, Alyssa, why are lesbians vegetarian?
That's for me.
Because they don't eat meat.
Devash is the lesbian in the story. According to Urban Dictionary, a weeb is a person who is obsessed with Japanese anime, figures, and manga. If you still don't know what this looks like, here it is.
Unlike Mark, Sherry has a strong pullout game. Some of you may not know this, but Sherry pulled out of the pen match last second. Careful, Hackettstown, you might be looking for someone new by June 30th.
7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the day that Sherry doesn't work. Normally when you think of kids getting held back in kindergarten, you think of that loud, boisterous kid who's kicking other kids in the shin. In real life, that kid is Marielle. Where is Marielle today? Hi, Marielle. Yeah, do it.
Alright, can you take this picture, please?
When Marielle plays mini golf, she just calls it golfing.
Marielle, we think you're going to be great for palliative medicine. You're kind, you have a bright disposition, and you're just very forgettable.
I think Marielle is one of the most relatable seniors, partly due to the fact that she's so mediocre. Don't worry, we still love you, just not as much as Dr. Broker.
Peter's lunchroom, babe.
Cosmo, where's Cosmo? Cosmo is one of the most exemplary members of the senior class. He works hard. He doesn't stay out late. He doesn't drink alcohol, and he's a great father. Care to share, Fred? Cosmo, you might be the first resident to win the King Award, but I think you're also the first resident to do a central line in a gold chain, a dirty white tee, and khaki joggers.
Cosmo, the king of simulation, just like the one he was living in when he thought he looked good with a mustache. It's hard to believe this guy is married to the former Miss New Jersey.
Hey, Cosmo, you know what this is? If you didn't know, Cosmo, as an intern, once removed the Sorensen thinking it was a TLC. Even the best of us were ignorant once. Since then, every intern, every resident has had to write a line removal note after removing a central line. Thank you, Cosmo. Trendsetter.
You guys might know him as Scuba Steve, or maybe even Stanford Steve. Me and Brian, we know him as Skyfall Steve.
Steve hated working with you all so much that he broke his ankle to take off the last month of residence. Your secret's safe with me, Steve.
Hey Devansh, what's Steve's favorite restaurant? IHOP.
Hey, what was Steve doing at the ATM? Checking his balance.
Steve is going into addiction medicine. I think we found your next few patients.
Okay, Bristol.
So, that ends our roast. Before we close, we wanted to say some comments of the intern class to all of you seniors. Something to make you want to feel good notes. So, to start out, Shannon, you consistently come to work with a positive and a humble attitude. You're always available with an answer to any of our questions. We really appreciate it.
Claire, she's always seemed calm and collected. She's always concerned about the well-being of other residents. We appreciate your quickness to take a sign out and get people out after a shift.
Is Sherry here? Sherry, right from the start, you've always been approachable, genuine, and personable with the interns. So we appreciate how you consistently check up on us and ask us about our outside life and family.
ABJ, you fit your role in the military well. Even though you may be in the chair force, when push comes to shove, you take command of the room, and there are no questions of your leadership ability. You have also shared many great tips for orthopedic procedures.
Thanks, Brian.
Mark, just an all-around great guy. You bring a calm attitude to shift. You're patient with teaching and sharing knowledge. You have a great sense of humor and also know when to be serious.
Marielle, we can always rely on you to make a sarcastic comment for a much-needed laugh on a shift. We appreciate you bringing juniors into the room to teach procedures, and Marielle's also been incredibly easy to get along with.
Lolly. Lolly can be a grumpy Gramps on shift. But outside of shift, he really does put a lot of energy into drilling down important points to the juniors, the interns, like basics of intubation. He's super smart and has great advice about different techniques, and we appreciate you as well.
Devansh, despite wearing hot pink scrubs, he's very insightful and has given much appreciated advice. He emphasizes learning and has given us many pointers on how to hone our practice long term. He stands out as someone who stresses quality learning over high volume.
Cosmo, both an asshole and not an asshole. Cosmo was roasting interns from day one. But at the end of the day, or year, you realize that he's been pushing us out of our comfort zones and trying to make us better interns. We also recognize the effort that he puts in to teaching others through his models and sims.
And Steve, the kindest guy in the department. His demeanor exudes optimism and cheerfulness. He will undoubtedly be an uplifting member to any team he is part of in the future.
Thank you, all of you seniors, for your contribution to this residency program and to us.
And here's some extra pictures.
It's not me, by the way. It's fine.
Thank you all.